Welcome back to the Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And we are coming live from the studio today, and in the studio we have the fearless Bluey back again.
I don't know about fearless.
Well, you're fearless to come back week after week. Yeah? Go into the lion's den.
Just nuts, that's all.
Yeah. Case of going into the lion's den.
And it's ferocious.
And it's ferocious, yes. So today we are not taking sides at all.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're talking about a subject that, a lot of people in dating nowadays face. Well, there's a high divorce rate, like 50% in the West.
Yeah,
and increasing.
there is.
Yeah, and increasing every year in all around the world, even the East. So, with such a high divorce rates, look, you're bound to have a lot of divorced people dating in the dating market, so to speak. Look, some people swear off it. I
They
guess.
probably got a big sign up saying, next. I didn't learn my lesson the first time. Now I'm up for it again.
Yeah, but look, you might have.
But I learned a few lessons along the way. I might be able to do it right next time.
Look, you signed the papers, you've closed the doors
Signed the papers.
on your past, and now you're looking at the new horizon. But you know what? But dating again after divorce isn't the same as before. So today on the Relationship Whisperer, we are going to explore how to heal, reset, and date again. So your next relationship can be better than your last. And it's so relevant. As you know, a large portion of the dating population now consists of divorcees or separated people. And dating after divorce brings unique challenges such as, baggage,
lawyer fees.
Yeah, I mean, people gone broke, having things with custody battles and so forth, their children, and I guess, and trust issues, blended families, and then you've got children. Think of the Brady Bunch. Yours, mine, and there's no ours in that one, but I think there's a movie called Yours, Mine, and Ours with Lucille Ball. Yeah. She had 8 children and he had 10 children. When they married, they had, I think it was Henry Fonda played the man.
Yeah.
And they had 1 kid together, so 19, yours, mine, and ours.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So that is a big issue for us today. I mean, divorce, I mean, at least everyone, if people haven't been divorced before, they would have known of people that have been divorced, either family or friends that's been divorced. You almost cannot escape knowing someone that's been divorced. Yeah?
Certainly nowadays.
Yeah. So there is a thing, you know what? After you divorce, things change. Things are, so what's changed after divorce? I mean,
well, you have dinner by yourself.
Yeah, dinner by yourself. Yeah. So look, a lot of people could have pent up resentment and anger after the divorce.
A lot of people.
Yeah. May have, you kind of say,
Nearly everyone.
Right, especially the men. I can say. No, it is not a laughing matter. It is a very serious and it's very sad.
Easy. It's very sad, not easy.
Very sad situation. And as I was saying, that's why it ended up being...
well, two people that loved each other, and now they're arch enemies almost. And
arch enemies almost. Yeah.
You want to throw spears at the other person.
Yeah. So, but look, we'll do another show later on discussing about the reasons and process of divorce as well, because I think it touches a lot of people. But if we're talking about dating after divorce, then yes, it is also a very big issue, because then dating after your divorce is different from before your divorce. Like firstly, addressing people with resentment and anger issues, like mostly men might swear off women. They're saying they'll never do it again. Never be involved in another relationship.
Once bitten.
Yeah, twice shy. And that's also a reason why it's given rise to that MGTOW movement, men going their own way.
And what a big movement it is.
Yes. It's a lot, and I still say, like when I say that it's mostly older men that's gone through the trials and tribulations of divorce and being really badly burnt, giving advice to younger men. Before, like you said, what was that guy, the man?
Tom Likas.
Tom Likas, yeah.
Yeah, biggest talk show in America.
Yeah.
At one stage.
At one
I know it was
stage.
a few years ago, but he was the biggest in all of America, and that's a big place. Tom Likas show from, not Santa Monica, he was from like Venice Beach or somewhere in Los Angeles. Yeah, but what a show. Everybody was like all these guys. But it is hilarious. It's a hilarious show when
But then
people ring in.
he talks a young man out of getting
He
married,
talks
yeah?
not just one.
Several young men.
He's-
So like I say,
He's done a lot of damage to the marriage industry.
Yeah, giving advice to younger men. Now,
Yeah,
I had
and we know what the advice is?
What?
Run. Doesn't matter what happens,
What
what they
marriage?
say, what they look like, how
But
they are at the moment.
the
You
thing
think
is-
butter doesn't melt in their mouths. You think that you're on the greatest. Oh, no, this is not me. She's different. No, they're all, yes, this is what he says.
Yeah.
They're all the same. It all follows a repeat pattern.
And he's been
And he
divorced
says-
a few times, yeah?
I'm not quite sure about that, but he says, look, if you stay single, you can keep your money, you'll keep your car, you can have a house. If you get married, that's all gone. You're going to work, she's going to take it all off you.
Okay. Obviously, the reason why I asked that is because he's probably gone back and keep doing the same thing, picking the same type of woman.
Well, he does. You know what he says to
Yeah.
them? Oh, how old are you, love? She goes, oh, I'm 31. Oh, he says, oh, yeah, that's it. You're gone. She says, oh, I'm 10 on 10. I'm a glamour. I'm a model. I go to the gym every day. Love, you're old fruit. Nobody wants you anymore. He says, oh, you're just an old thing. He says, no, I'm rich. I can get any woman I want. I'm rich. And it's just funny.
Yeah, but
They
you know,
get hysterically angry.
yeah, he sprouts all that. Yeah.
One woman rings him up and says, my boyfriend was going to propose to me. We were going to get married, and now he's left me, and he doesn't want to know, and it's all your fault. and so on. Lots of communications like that. MGTOW.
MGTOW, yes.
Men going their own way. MGTOW.
We'll have to look at himself. What did he do wrong? That's the thing. Like as I say, did he assist those women before he married them?
Well,
That's if you did not, then you cannot complain.
Yeah, well,
it's his fault.
I don't know if he even did marry. I'm not even sure if he did.
But I thought didn't he marry a few times? Divorce a few times? That's why he was burnt.
Can't quite recall, but yeah, but he did say. Anyhow, he does talk about himself a bit, and
yeah, but this is the big thing. Like I say, if you've got to think about what you want beforehand and choose for that. If not, then later you cannot complain.
yeah,
Just like even when you purchase anything, you know, and you didn't check whether it's
buyer beware.
yeah, even a garment, even some a woman a dress.
Oh, I tried it on for size. I don't like it.
Yeah, and then that's wrong. You have to think you bought the wrong size, and then you complain. Or whatever. Oh, clothes are horrible. They never fit you. So you actually choose properly for yourself. Then you
But
can't
you can take the clothes back if you've got the receipt. If you keep the receipt.
That's if you hadn't cut off the label. That's the big thing. If you did not cut off the label, if you still got the label on.
I'm sure you wore this dress and you kept the label on and just tucked it inside with a bit of sticky tape. And
Yeah.
then now you're trying to return
Return
it
it.
after you've used it and went out dancing all night.
Oh, some people tried and got caught.
No, they
doing that.
dry clean them.
They got caught
They
doing
go
that.
out one night and they dry clean the dress and take it back, get the money back and get another one. And they do the same thing again.
Well, in a way, that's what Tom Likas wants men to do. that's an
So,
analogy.
except without the refund policy.
But just play the field.
Can I get a refund?
Just play the field. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with the institution of marriage. You
Yeah.
cannot blame it or the person if you did not choose.
Well, his focus
properly.
was about,
They're all the same.
why would you get married when you can go out and get a young
Yeah.
one if you've got the money?
Yeah, but the
Get
thing
the
is,
money and then you'll just get the young, beautiful ones. And then why would you care about the old 30-year-olds, you know?
okay, because then you get nothing. You just get the physical, and that's it, and a nice thing on your arm,
Yeah.
but nothing to add to your life.
Yeah.
And that's what he did not get.
Yeah,
because
but,
he
but
didn't.
his answer to that is what I didn't get is what I don't want. Yeah. What time are you coming home? What are you doing? And it's every aspect of your life is totally controlled by another person. Whereas
then you're not
if
a
you're
team
not
player.
married,
That's the thing is,
if you're not married, you can come in when you want, go where you want,
That's
speak to who
true.
you want, do what you
That's
want.
true. But then you
get
don't
up
get
when you want, go to bed when you want, eat what you want, talk to who you want, or not talk to who you don't want.
Yeah, but that's on the flip side. You don't get any help either. That's it. You're on your own. Like I say, it's like I said, it's going through life with one arm,
with
30, one hand.
Put 30 million in the bank. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
How many men have 30 million in the bank?
Yeah, well, that's what he said. It's like focus on getting that, so then you can just employ housekeepers.
Because the
then
thing
you
is,
can employ
he doesn't think of
if
if you're married to someone who would help you get there even quicker.
Yeah.
If you're married the right person. And the thing, you have to choose for it. He did not know. This is something he was lacking. I know what it means by that. His thing is avoiding the toxic, yeah?
Sure.
But he's missing out on knowing how to choose, that you've got to choose the great one that would add value to your life.
Yeah.
But maybe because he hasn't met anyone that would have met, or
maybe there's not someone like
because
that.
he hasn't thought of it.
Maybe there's not such a person.
Oh yes, it's all the women that keep being overlooked. The marriage material women. Why? Because they're not exciting. Maybe they're not pretty enough. Maybe they're too short.
Yeah.
Even.
Maybe they're not. Yeah, that's what it probably. It's for the most part, for as far as men is concerned, it's about attraction of good looks or whatever. But I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm not saying I agree with him. But that's what his show is based upon. He was the biggest in America.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do. Try it. Try and get a show and put it on in America and see if you can make it the biggest.
I'll tell you, shock jocks. People that, radio say, what do we have? What is that? Stan Zemanek, you had Alan Jones, all these shock jocks, people really hate him, but they can't help but listening to him. What was that, Stan Zemanek before he finally died of?
J.R. Ewing or something.
Yeah. Died from brain cancer. That's Stan Zemanek. People hate him, but they could not help listening to him. I guess this is also kind of the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was humorous. It was so funny.
Yeah.
And, so that's one of the reasons why. But, yeah, and you know what? He did actually provide men with good service. You know why? Because it did make them think about things in a different light.
Yeah, it did.
If you're planning on spending your life with a person, think again, buddy. Think again. It's like make sure that person's demonstrating is what's going to happen in the next few years. What are they like? So it did probably make people wake up because, for the most part, most men go, oh, and then they run away with their emotions or whatever, and then they end up getting burned, and it's an undesirable situation. But if you think before you jump, look before you leap, perhaps, then you might avoid an undesirable, situation. And in many instances, he did help people with that because most people just jump in and then as you say, look at all these divorce rates.
Yeah.
There's something going wrong. The system's not working properly.
Yeah, and the answer is not to avoid each other.
Exactly right. Yeah. It's not the avoidance.
It's choosing correctly, which he doesn't know about.
But in your own, let me ask you a question, on your own personal level. Would you think it's best to avoid rather than a chaotic situation?
You know what I keep saying? Nothing beats life with the right partner, but you are better off on your own than with the wrong one. That's my philosophy.
Yeah, you're better off alone.
Alone than with the wrong one.
Than with the wrong one.
But nothing can beat life with the right one. So if you want to elevate your life, choose correctly.
Most billionaires, when they get asked questions, how did you make your money? Oh, what was your first meeting? What was your first business? What would you give advice to anybody? And nearly they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
Be very careful who you marry.
Who you marry, yes. With everyone.
Because if you're wanting to be wealthy or wanted to do something that's exceptional in this world, to be something functional, and then you end up being with a nut job. And it's very difficult even to keep your own happiness, never mind being functional.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. Always.
There was an old story once I remember hearing that this guy run a major corporation, started it off from scratch and married a trophy wife, like a supermodel.
Oh, yeah.
But after they got married, he didn't know who was sharing his pajamas. And he ended up going from being the founding CEO and having every answer and all the rest of it to being a janitor.
Oh,
because he couldn't function.
couldn't function because
He
of
didn't know. He
demands.
didn't know who was in his pajamas,
Who she was,
who she was with.
Who she was with.
Yeah.
so even the money was not enough then to keep her.
Well, whatever it was, the case was that. But the moral of the story is that this man was highly functional.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he became dysfunctional to the point where he had to go down to being the janitor because he was mentally anguished
All the time.
And what
with
was
her.
he mentally anguished over? Who's she in bed with?
Yeah. Well, when they say, there's a saying in the East, a beautiful wife is someone else's wife. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in England, and in the English world or the Western world, it's the prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
Yeah. But the thing is, but no matter how bad an experience being with these where women are, they're the ones that men go after because of the looks. Whereas the ones that they should be taking on that would improve their life, the marriage material women, they keep getting
I
overlooked.
saw this video of these young girls going out, and it was in the UK, and they're all going out for a night out or whatever, and I saw what they were wearing. It was almost like they were walking around with dental floss on.
And in 0 degrees?
It was unbelievable.
In freezing temperatures.
It's like, that's supposed to be a skirt. What is it?
Yeah.
You know,
The whole
it's-
objective is to attract. That's the thing. But you
Yeah,
know what?
but-
You're saying, what
there's
are you alluring?
it comes to a point where, you know, she's like, put it away. Put it away. Give us something to imagine about or something, you know. Just flaunt it. Where are we going next? If you thought about it. Did you ever see them old pictures at Manly Beach if you've been in Sydney?
Oh, you
then
mean
had
60s and 70s?
No,
and,
before that, like in the turn, like the
Oh, yeah,
20s or
everyone
whatever.
was covered
I've
up.
got to go for a swim.
Yeah.
They used to have a horse box, and a woman would get into one side of the horse box. The horse would go into the sea. Yeah.
What?
And the woman would have to get out on the other side of the door. So she would go in on one door and then go out the other door.
Yeah.
And the horse would walk out into the sea, about 3 feet or whatever, water or whatever. And the woman would get down and go into the sea. The horse would stand there.
Yeah.
She would have a wee swim around.
Yeah.
And she had to be covered right down to her wrists and down to her ankles.
Oh.
And her hair had to be covered.
Oh, bikini. Bikini now. That's the one
okay,
that they call it the bikini. The one that the swimsuit that Muslim women now wear. Yeah, cover the whole thing and
Cover the
head,
whole thing.
and the head.
And then, so they used to go in for a swim at Manly. Yeah. Get back into the horse box, get changed, and the horse would tow them back up. So nobody would see a single thing.
Yeah.
Maybe an ankle.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. You might get to see an ankle if you're lucky, or a wrist bone, you know. But nowadays...
Look at me.
You want a
Look at
picture?
me. I think that's the thing.
Yeah. So,
So-
how society's changed?
It's,
How
society-
is it? How is it turned around so much?
Yeah, society has really changed. I mean, not only in just what you wear, but I guess attitudes as well. And which is why we've got such a big divorce rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. Don't we, Bluey? And this time, well, we're trying to make marriage great, getting after divorce. Yeah, this is actually the dating stage again. I mean, look, some people, like I say, swear off it, marriage or that, and just wants to play the field in the dating. But for others, get lonely. People do get lonely, don't they? And no matter what they say in the beginning, I don't want to know, don't want to even look at another woman again. After a while, it gets to them.
Doesn't take long before.
Doesn't take long, and saying it's loneliness.
Yeah, for the
And I
most
guess
part.
I think there was a case of someone divorced that you told me about. We'll call him David.
Yeah.
Yeah, like David and I don't know, Paula. Names have been changed to protect the innocent, and I guess not so innocent in this case.
The innocent and the guilty.
Not so good, the guilty. So what was it? I mean, it was a 20-year marriage, wasn't it? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, no kids?
No.
Yeah, I think you told me about that person. But, and then something happened. Was there any a third
Something
party?
happened on the way to heaven?
Was there a third party involved?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of things
A
happened.
lot of things.
Yeah, I think one of the first things was that there was a instance where they got diagnosed psychologically and ended up getting antidepressants.
I think that thing about mental health. Look, it's a good thing that the world is aware of mental health issues with people.
Yeah.
But I think it's just been overplayed and I guess, and people are getting over medicated.
They're over medicated and they get
Unnecessarily.
onto these things and the whole persona changes.
And they become dependent on them, I guess.
Yeah. So that's one thing. So, yeah.
So, and
a lot of divorces these days, isn't there? I mean, how many divorces is of every marriage? I think it's like 50% divorced in the first few years or so, isn't it?
Well, that's an overall. I guess they look at the number of marriages and the number of divorces, and so that's the 50%.
Yeah.
That's what you get. But, going back to David and Paula, I think she went nuts, so? That's why they divorced. He couldn't live with her anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing, like I'll do another one on mental health. As much as we sympathise with people that have mental health issues, it puts a lot of pressure on their partner, doesn't it? Enormous pressure. I mean, you can be understanding, but after a while, if you have to keep giving without receiving anything back, if you have to constantly, you get tired.
Yep.
People get extremely tired.
Yeah.
I think you can't.
This again.
No matter how understanding of that, and I guess people might give them flack for it, but you cannot blame them because there's only so much a human can take. You're giving without receiving anything back at them. So look, I guess I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's if look, it's another thing if they've become ill. Like say you had a long long marriage and then your partner becomes ill, so you've got to take care of them. Okay, that by rightly people can do. Because it's not like I say, it's a physical thing that they take care of rather than a mental something. And then someone keeps screaming and shouting and screaming at you all the time, shrieking, and then you say it's not their fault. Something happened. By all rights, it's like I say, in sickness and in health. And I guess if a partner runs away from, if someone runs away from their partner that's fallen ill, by all rights, society really criticizes them, and rightly so. When you say that is something that it's not forgivable, just up and leave. But it's another thing when someone that does have mental health issues. I guess like David's partner, and I guess he had to. So in a way, I don't blame him. David, and was it a mutual agreement, or did one person walk away?
Well, one person walked away.
Was it her? Or
her.
It was her. Oh, okay, so it was her.
Yeah, initiated it. Yeah.
So she went nuts, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's initiated. Okay, then you can't. This instance, then. Okay, the reason for divorce, and you can't blame him for it. But I think the divorce process was a little interesting. I think you said.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it wasn't easy at all. It was a horrible moment.
So what happened? You can then tell the.
Well, there's a mediation, lawyers, itemization of every asset, evaluating of every asset.
Oh, okay. For the financial settlement.
And then their valuations were way higher than what it was the real prices. He even had to buy his own car back, the car that he loved.
Really? What about her car?
Horrible.
Didn't she have a car?
Did, but I think that she got off. She basically got, I think it was given, like he had to give up his superannuation. She didn't.
Split. Yeah, yes.
He had to evaluate his business and give her half the money of the valuation of the business.
And she didn't have to pay anything?
No.
That's.
And got the things. And not only that.
So how come it's so.
But because he built the house himself. He had a business, and he would go and he would work the business through the week. The weekends, he would use money to buy materials, lots of them, and built it himself. He designed it himself, built it himself every weekend. Must have been so hard.
So hard.
Well,
Was it
he got it into a place where you walk in the door and you go, wow, this place is beautiful.
labor of love, eh?
A really nice place, or whatever. And then she says, oh, put it up for sale. Well, I'm going to sell it now. But the other things is that when the house, they got some offers for it. And the offers was like almost like half the real, should be the real evaluation. And so it was a really big mess in the end. And bitter resentments, and you know what the worst thing, I was considering it not long ago. He spent 20-something years with this person.
Yeah.
And now, that last 20 years that you were with someone, because it ended up in a painful experience, one that carries a resentment and a residue of angst and all of that, well, now, where's your happy memories gone of all the good times of the last 20 years? All their memories, they're all gone. You don't access them anymore. Why? You don't want to consider them because it comes with a painful experience. So there's another thing. If you're spending 20 years with someone, and if that suddenly turns sour, then whole 20 years is like largely wiped off the life in many instances.
Yeah.
Yeah, or for the large part anyhow. So, yeah, choose wisely. But there again, you see, back in them days, his perspectives was probably different than what they are now, you see. So when you're choosing someone wisely, for the large part is that if you're young, you still like driving fast cars, you still like this, you still like that. You're into different things. When you're 16 or when you're 12 or whatever, you're into footy teams and pictures on the wall of footy players or whatever. And then when you get a bit older, that just doesn't seem appropriate anymore, type of thing. It just doesn't appeal anymore. You're into something else. Oh, I want to know how to build a business or, And so you go away from different stages. You go through different stages. And if you're going to spend 20, 30 years with someone, you're going to go through changes.
But the main thing is, you have to have the common goals. So no matter how you do, you end up there together on the same journey. But, as much I take it, well, it sounds like the divorce was very one-sided, lopsided, even though there were no children. I would think normally it's just direct, all the assets together, half.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. But it's a wonder why it was so lopsided. I heard something
people could capitulate because they just can't take the mental stress.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I
that's
heard,
why people use lawyers, yeah?
Yeah. I heard she wanted half the bed linen as well. Something like that? Did you mention?
I just think that they really just wanted to hurt.
In that case...
So they don't want the half the bed linen, but what they wanted was you not to have any.
All right. You know what? Yeah, you can have one. Yeah, it's a set of 3 pillows. You can have one pillowcase there.
Yeah.
And the sheet, I'll cut it in half. You can have one half.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, or I'll do an Amber Heard on you and crap on your pillow. Yeah, here's a pillowcase for you. This is a heavy pillowcase. Is that really heavy, good quality cotton? It feels so heavy.
It's got great treasures in there. I
left you a little surprise for you. What is it? It's an Amber Heard? No, it's an Amber Turd. That was funny when they were going through that divorce.
Yeah.
But you see how the whole world remembered that?
Yeah.
Like they were divorced and they were in the courtroom. Oh, what did she do to you? Oh, she shit in my pillow. She crapped on my pillow.
Well, and then look, did he complain about her after the divorce?
Well, who wants to sleep with a pillow then?
No, I'm talking about David.
I'm only joking.
David.
I'm only joking.
David complained about her after the divorce, and I understand why he could complain, given what's happened.
Yeah, but well, he's not so much of a spiteful person as per normally, but
resentment.
It was so heart-wrenching. It was really hard to witness, yeah.
But then again, what did he choose her on? It was just, I like you, that's it. basically.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, then you really can't complain, really, because you did not assess her. Is she understanding person? You know, know right from wrong. Have a high moral ground. You know, is she good with finances? You can't. Then you can't expect her to be good with money, or was she a team player?
Well, apparently he would use all the money to buy all the screws, the nuts, the bolts, the big heavy timbers, all of that. He would pay for it all. And she would go and get her nails done and save she had a big wage. She had a massive, like, high executive wage, but she would get her hair done or whatever, and nails.
While he was doing that. Yeah.
And while he was doing that. And and he would cook as well, and he would also do a lot of the shopping.
So what did she do?
Well, she went to work every day and came home.
But it's all kept for herself, though.
Yeah. And then he built everything, paid for everything, all of that. And then all of a sudden at the end of that, he's, she's looking for the next one. And, and he had to sell everything up to pay her off.
So, hang on, she had an affair, or she booked for another one?
Yeah, apparently, but I'm not quite sure 100%, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the case. And then afterwards, he was looking around. I guess,
he went back onto the dating sites, and guess what happened? This is true. This is a true story.
What?
He was looking for. He was on the dating sites, them swipe left, swipe right, or whatever. But one of the dating sites got him a perfect match. They lined up perfect. This woman. He lined up with a woman. It was perfect match for him. This dating agency said, "Look, congratulations, we've got the right person for you." And you're not going to believe this. I'm not a swearing person, but it would make you want to... It was his ex-wife. That was his perfect match. And she was on there as well.
And how did the site match them? Based on from similar backgrounds or something, or questionnaires? I think that's how those dating online dating websites work.
I'm not really sure how they work.
Which one was it? Was it eHarmony or something?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't even be able to remember any of them. But
yeah, no, they do. But
I know that there's one got a swipe left or a swipe right or whatever.
Oh, that's Tinder. That's just basically on appearance.
Okay.
That's really. But there's ones where they try to find ones for more serious people. I think that was eHarmony, where you fill in this big questionnaire and they try to match you based on that, so you have some common ground. But as I was saying, it's not enough, and it's only very superficial. That's why, as they're saying, an astrology compatibility analysis would get to the core of it. It doesn't, because like I said, most times people don't know what they need.
People don't know
what they need.
Yeah.
And then on those sites, I guess you put in your parameters first of what you think you want, what you want first, rather than what you need, and then you choose amongst them what comes out. But because of that, you might filter out the right match for you. That to be outside the superficial parameters. But underneath, you're a great match.
Yeah.
So, and because people don't know
astrology, it's really amazing.
It's it is, and there is a concept in at least with the Taoist astrology that I do, meaning proper spouse and improper spouse that appears on someone's on
the chart.
Now,
so you take the chart from when you're born,
date of birth,
there's
time.
And time, and so what happens there? That in the stars, it takes an imprint of your.
It's the energies of the look. This is different from Western astrology. Western astrology, your time and place of birth, so they can do what the stars is at that time.
Yeah.
In the earth.
But that's good for like saying, what your career, what your challenges are, sort of things like that in life and.
Yes.
Western and Eastern have a different
because
different function,
because the cultures are different. The priorities of the cultures are different, so it develops accordingly.
I see.
You see? Whereas the East and the Taoist, it's on energies of the day, so it's local time. You see, because energies like 12 o'clock midday, 12 o'clock in midday in this country, and midday in another country. It's the energies of that. It's the same. Okay, as long as the local times. So what it really says is, we go to underlying. It's almost like I did the analogy with the doctor and the geneticist. You see, the doctor would examine you and say, You don't have a problem. Everything seems to be working correctly. That's why you don't feel anything. But you go to the geneticist. Oh, I see you've got genes for heart disease, tendency towards diabetes. Yeah, you might even have that cancer gene. And so you say, oh, that's wrong. It says I've got it, but I feel fine. So the doctor is more correct than the geneticist.
Yeah.
Is it really? But I say, this is the thing. I mean, like, because the doctor is looks on the surface like Western astrology on the surface. And whereas Taoist astrology looks at the foundation. So that's why it seems to a lot of people that Western astrology is more accurate. Because look, the geneticist said I'm going to have heart disease and cancer and diabetes, but I feel fine. Look, the doctor told me I was fine. The doctor is correct. So that's why it seems more good, yeah. But in underlying the foundations, so it's different applications. But also, I guess in the case of like David, what was he doing? He was going back and he was going back on the dating market, and he was looking for this exact same thing. Yes, the same type of woman on the dating site as his ex, wasn't he?
Well,
same type of background. Well,
different
woman.
nationalities or whatever. But
No, the same. He was looking for the same nationality, wasn't he? English girls, just English girls.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, English girls. Yeah,
no,
same thing.
he had a few young Brazilians.
Oh, but that wasn't for serious, wasn't it? He just wanted to play around a little bit, yeah? And that's actually quite common after divorce. Yeah. The people find, and then they find that it's not fulfilling.
Yeah.
There's no emotional, there's no mental.
Yeah.
And then he stopped that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went back, but then he went back to choosing types that were like his ex-wife, because that's what he knew. He knows.
Yeah.
So what's the adage? You keep going back to the same thing and you expect a different result.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it really is. So you'll go back. All right, go back to this. Things that changed after divorce. I mean, the dating field has been altered, especially if people have children. I guess he didn't have children, so that didn't affect him. But when you've got children, then you've got to say, mummy, and especially if you've got custody or part custody, joint custody, then you've got to work your dating around your visitation, or when the kids are for the woman, when kids are with their dads, or when the dad picks them up, both sides. And then you have to think, how is your children going to react or get along with your date or your new partner?
Yeah, that's a hard matter.
That's a very hard one. And it's one thing you cannot expect.
Well, George Likis, he used to say, whatever you do, don't do it.
Like do what? Have kids?
No, if you be with someone that's got kids already.
Yeah, because they can not like you, but and the thing is, you cannot expect a new partner to treat your children as their own. You can't. I mean, you love your children because you have a natural bond with them. No matter what they do, good or bad, you still love them the same because they're your children. But your new partner has no relation. There's no natural bond.
No, and in fact, there's more than that. There's perhaps a resentment.
Resentment, yes.
Because it represents a previous relationship.
And also, and from the children as well.
And then they're always talking about their mum.
Yeah. So very difficult.
Yeah.
And also exes as well. Especially when you've still those children involved, and there's the ex is still in communication with the ex all the time. That makes things difficult. And also your past experience and your expectations of especially if you've burnt previously. Now you come out, you cannot accept that, or whatever the case may be. You just have traumatized by it. Well, what do you call it?
Yeah, trauma is a good word. Trauma is a good word.
Yeah, and there's also emotional baggage as well, and I guess there's hurt. And, a lot of hurt and lessons, and might repeat the same patterns. I mean, look at David. He ended up, we kind of say he didn't learn his lesson. He's going back to the same type again. Learn your lesson. Really think about and your priorities. You've got stability. your values and family-friendly goals. And so, because of that, that might actually make you feel that you're unqualified for real dating again. So a lot of people, that's when a lot of people go into something casual, like David.
Yeah. Well, I had enough of it and don't want to know about it anymore.
Yeah. The Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. Are you ready to date again after a nasty divorce or any divorce actually, but particularly the nasty ones? It'll take some time. I mean, how long?
And if you are, you'd be certainly guarded.
Yeah. Well, how long did it take David to go back in the dating field?
Oh, it was a long
market,
time.
yeah.
It was so long. It was about at least 25 minutes.
Oh, okay. That long?
No, I'm only joking. Only joking. I don't really know. It was just maybe a few months or whatever.
I guess loneliness gets you.
Yeah, and as you say, like when people break up, they're looking for solace in other person's arms.
And not only that, I guess validation as well.
Yeah.
That yes, someone does want you. You are wanted. You do have value, even though your
Well, one thing I
partner.
did notice about he was like he maybe weighed over 100 kilos or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he started running every day.
So he only lost the weight after he got the divorce.
He lost the weight then, and he lost like 25 kilos. All gone.
Must
like
have
that.
been. Oh, I think it might have part of it might have been all the stress.
On the stress, and then he kept it going. But running is such a great therapy.
Yeah.
You're breathing, you're in the thing, whatever.
Probably eating healthier, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is strange. I mean, like, was his ex-wife big before?
I wouldn't say big, but
I mean, why he was so big when he was married? If he was doing the cooking.
Well, I'm not quite sure. But, the one thing is that you can see with the diet of the Western world at the moment, if you're not training every day, if you're not running or doing something every day, most people get fat. Have you noticed around? Whereas you see a picture of Bondi Beach 1960, you can't find a fat person.
And people were not running and all that. Not
well,
really.
they were working. It was more labor oriented,
but the gym culture wasn't there.
The gym culture wasn't there, but it was a hard work environment, wasn't it? Everything was hard. We didn't have power steering on our cars.
But then again,
we had to do, instead of a 3-point turn, it was a 333-point turn. But then you were there for 3 weeks.
Everyone was on lard and dripping and big fat sausages and all that. And they're still slim.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah. Well, seed oils is a big thing. And, there's been a massive thing about diet. But anyhow, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah. And that's what happens a lot, I noticed, when people get divorced. They usually, that's when they bring out their
well, the thing is, either they can go into depression and gain a huge amount of weight, or they lose all the weight because they want to reinvent themselves.
They want to reinvent themselves and get back out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
change their clothes, change this, change that, go holiday, spend money when they wouldn't before.
Yeah. Before that, I guess they were too, instead of complacency as well, they're too comfortable, and I guess they let themselves slip in that way.
Yep.
So, but, dating again, it's a healing or distraction though. People really have to think, well, are they truly ready for a partner, or they just wanted company? At that stage. I mean, at that stage, did he wanted a partner? Or I guess initially...
Well, no, he swore he would never do it again.
Yeah, he just wanted company. He just wanted company, though. Though, is he with anyone at the moment?
Yeah.
Is it a relationship or is it dating?
Relationship.
Yeah. So, there it is. Just playing the field just wasn't fulfilling after a while. Then you're saying, you do want a partner in life. Someone to share things with. So that's a big difference. But whether or not he's picked right or has made another, gone back to the same type is...
Time will tell.
Time will tell. I don't know if he's learnt anything from that last time about how to choose. Or just gone with, whatever appeals again.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure in his instance, but in many other people's instances... beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, what I mean, it's like many instances I can see
Whatever
a lot
you
of
can
people,
get.
whatever you can get. It's better than being lonely.
It is.
Yeah.
Though not everyone's ready. I mean, look, you have to really, the key readiness signs. I mean, are you still emotionally entangled? You shouldn't move on until
Are you bringing your
actually,
baggage with you?
Bringing the baggage. Have you gotten over it? And have you learnt from your past? That's a big thing.
And even if you have, that doesn't mean to say you haven't got other baggage. There's all this psychological traumas and when we were young and all of that.
But that's the big thing, though. Have you learned from the past? Is not to go back to the same thing again, not to choose the same type of person again.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think a lot of people have it.
And the other thing about relationships, intimacy.
Intimacy.
So you see inside someone, and that is supposed to, for the most part, elevate the human condition. You see, it's supposed to elevate us beyond our psychosis. So, for example, women are inner positive, outer negative. So as a woman is like, oh, I can't, and then a man will say, oh, snap out of it, and you can do it, or whatever. She needs that support. And so there's a complementary with the psychology between men and women. And oh dear, but it's very complex and very complicated. And it depends if we're bringing our baggage or not. We can bring all this baggage with us, all our hurts and so on, and we dump it onto the next people. Because when you get involved with intimacy, you're seen for who you are.
Yeah.
You're stripped naked, not just physically.
Not just physically.
Yeah, but you're seen as naked. You're deep into thy soul, The eyes are the windows of the soul, or as the old adage. And so when we allow that vulnerability to be seen for what we are and who we are, we allow that moment, then that can be confronting to people.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people are ready to go beyond all their emotional hurts and pains. We carry this baggage with us and we seem to dump it onto our relationship partner. They cop it, you see.
Yeah, you do.
And then if you love that person truly, then you're willing to do it. You see, you're willing to be that sacrifice so that you both grow. But who's got that level of understanding these days? Not too many.
You know what? You really have to really rethink what your deal breaker is now that you've been through that really messy episode in your life. Like I keep saying, to choose someone of substance for yourself, you've got to check whether or not you've got shared values, your trust, and also vision. Not just chemistry. Chemistry is not enough. I mean, people might say you've got chemistry, but that's also like lust.
Yeah,
people can confuse it. With love and lust.
Yeah, it's honeymoon period, isn't it?
Honeymoon period. I mean, is there any substance behind it?
Yeah, that's the problem.
And when you're going, particularly that people are divorced with baggage, you have to be honest about children.
Yeah.
Okay, not just that you've got kids and this is your situation, but do you want more children? Because the other partner might not have children and want children. So are you ready to have more children? If not, like I say, especially for men, stay away from those women. Stay away from young women. That will want children.
Well, they'll want children, or if they're single mother or whatever, it's also not easy.
Yeah, and if there's a single mother,
there's so many single mothers, and they're really clamping down to look for a guy.
Yeah,
because they find like it's hard to take it by yourself.
Very hard. And so essentially women have to be very, very careful about who they have children with.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing that society, I guess people don't look too badly on, say a woman she's been through a divorce. She's a single mum because she's been through a nasty divorce. Rather than a woman that hasn't had a child. Unmarried single mothers. They have a tough time getting anyone to marry because there's always a doubt on you. Yeah. And then poor judgment, lack of self-control. Lack of self-esteem, yeah.
Or if you take them on, you're taking on other baggage as well.
Yeah,
But
someone's-
usually the child
Yeah.
will end up resenting you and hating you, or you're trying to replace my real parent or whatever, and all of these emotional baggages as well.
And also for
because for most part, the divorcees, those who divorce,
Yeah.
if they have a child involved,
Yeah.
it's very difficult for that child not to feel
Yeah.
responsible for the divorce. Oh, I'm the one that caused it. I got in the way. They were fine before I came along. You know, my mum and dad were fine before I came along, and I must be me.
It must be me.
You see,
So that's very sad when that
And the other
happens.
thing, big sad, is how can it be that two people obviously loved each other one moment, and then the next day hate each other with a passion? They want to kill each other, and sometimes quite literally.
Yeah, we've heard of those stories.
Yeah. Heaven forbid. So, but the thing is that how can that be? How can you go from one extreme to the other?
You know what? Reality hits when, like I say, the honeymoon period. Eventually, when
that's
things
fine.
about about the other person
that's
come up.
disagreements, and that's uncomfortableness. That's things that give you rub you up the wrong way.
No, I'm talking about fundamental things.
But you're talking about extreme angers and like it's the chaos,
fundamental
the
things
hatred to another person.
Fundamental things come up. Especially if they feel that the other person's gypped them or ruined their life. And so both the resentment that comes through. I mean, like David, does he resent his ex? He does, doesn't he? That's all he thinks about is the life.
Not all he thinks about, but yeah.
Well, he thinks about his new partner, but...
Yeah, is she going to be the same?
So, does he learn and know what to avoid this time around? It's about avoid repeating the old mistakes. Same type, the same issue. So he's gone back to the same type, hasn't he? Someone with a similar background, similar ethnics group, without checking. So
that's the look and the feel that he likes.
Yeah.
So that's not looking for the right.
Yeah, that's not
things,
looking at the fundamentals.
I'm looking for something for a looks basis, like something that's good looking. Or something that appeases my
aesthetics.
Yeah.
But then again, if it implodes, then he can't complain because he wasn't thinking as serious all the things that matters. What wasn't he happy about with his ex? She was the same aesthetics, same background, everything similar. But what wasn't he happy with her? Okay, the things that she did. So
went and got her nails done while he was building a house.
So
paying for it all.
So has he checked whether or not this new partner, she's selfish or not? You see? But that was
a lot of the times we've got tendencies. And we actually draw partners towards us with tendencies. Oh, I married most women try to marry somebody that looks like the father. Yeah.
No protection issue. The father was the one that looked after her.
First love, all that.
The
touch
first
up
man.
From there, look, that part.
The first the man in her life that took care of her.
Yeah.
And looked after her. And I guess it's that thing that she wants again.
Yeah.
The father, it's not a man that would
They're looking for characteristics.
Yeah, characteristics in the place. But like I say, David is the typical man, represents the typical man that's been divorced and looks like he's making the same mistakes again. Just hasn't learned from it.
Many of them do.
And then
they think, I'm a bit smarter this time.
But this time, if it goes wrong again, can he complain? He can't.
I think the key to it is to make sure that before you jump in again, is that you're not carrying your baggage with you. You're not emotionally charged about it.
And you're not rushing intimacy to fill a void.
Yeah.
Really.
Because you're hurting.
Yeah. And though, you really have to think about where you're heading, not just winging it. Like it sounds like he's just winging it, doesn't it? Without really thinking about what he wants out the relationship, what a relationship is for and for him. Personally, is it as a partner in life or is it just company?
Yeah,
because if it's his partner in life, it doesn't seem like he's put too much thought into it, so he's winging it. So unfortunately, I see him heading towards the same.
Yeah. And do we ever really relay to another person exactly what we're looking for and what our expectations are.
Yeah. So has he? I don't think he has. So you got to set the ground. We're really discussing what you want and where you're heading, and what you actually expect from your partner. If not, then later, is issues. Do not complain. And so, yeah, you know, in a lot of instances, people overlook the partner's fit with their kids if there are children. You know, which stage they are. Are they so small that they still need mothering, so to speak? You know, and then she might, if it's a man, then she might, or logically, he would pull the woman to fill that role. And would she be willing to do that for someone else's children? It's a big ask.
Big ask.
Big ask. And if she doesn't, you can't blame her really to say she's selfish or whatever, because this is a human nature. I mean, men do not want to do that for another man's children. Why do you expect a woman to have to nurture another woman's children?
And then also, if you get divorced with children, usually the woman will get left with the house. The bloke lives in the back of his van.
Yeah, but she has to
or
look
back
after
of
the
his
kids.
car somewhere. She's got to look after the kids. She brings another bloke into that bedroom, and he's got to pay. The other guy before's got to pay for it.
Yeah, man pays to raise the children.
Yeah, raises the children while another man's sleeping in his bed.
And then the other man would not be loving his kids.
And in fact, perhaps teaching them a whole lot of bad values.
Yeah.
You know, so he's got to pay for the privilege. His kids end up with bad values.
Yeah.
And probably a bit messed up in many ways, because that could be quite traumatizing. Can you imagine for a child, and your mother and father break up, and then a year later or so, your mother's got another daddy, and he doesn't really like you? You can imagine how traumatizing that is for a child.
Yeah.
Like, where's my place? What am I? All these things. And then their grades drop at school, if you notice.
Because of all that trauma in their life and that disruption.
So if you've got children, you've got to start thinking outside of the self about, I don't like this partner anymore. I'm not in love with this person anymore.
But more importantly, think about who you're going to be choose as the father or mother of your child.
Yeah, once the children come involved, then your love of the child you have to have a different perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we might do a special show on single mothers or single parents. Some other time. Well, so each other subject people don't want to hear, but those are the issues in society.
Hard truths for
soft hearts. Like, look, your partner, fit not just with your kids, your schedules and your values. Do you have the same values? That's very important. And very important that you don't ignore the red flags because you deserve less now. I mean, don't, sell yourself short. And I know a lot of people where, especially after messy divorces, they feel, have lower self-esteem.
Yeah, definitely.
And then especially if they try to go in the dating market, not so much men, more for women, that they don't find suitable partners or people don't treat them right, their dates.
They're just difficult. They're just there for the hi, how are you, bye-bye.
Hi, are you, bye-bye. And that's really, damages a woman's psyche, or a person's psyche, if that's how you're treated.
Happens one time, 2 times, 3 times, and then you think, this is a trend.
Yeah.
Oh, what a mistake! Wrong? What a mistake I made, giving all what I had before.
Oh, and apparently it's like in China, like 85% of divorces are initiated by women. After the divorce, 90% of them regret it. And a lot of them want to go back and remarry their husbands. Yeah. Because there's nothing better. They basically buying to all that feminist talk from the West has infiltrated.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, infiltrated to them, and they think, I can do better. I can do better than him.
Yeah, the grass is greener.
Yeah, I can do better than him.
Yeah.
When after the divorce, especially the marketing, like I've spoken before, is so harsh there. If you're not in your 20s, even up to over 27, once you reach 27 for women, you're gone.
Yeah, you finish.
You're gone.
Yeah, you're old fruit on the shelf that nobody wants.
A woman might be a strong, independent woman, be highly educated, have her own assets. Yeah, man's not interested in that.
Couldn't care less.
All he wants is youth.
Yeah.
So youth for the fertility. But I say, look, why would I need that when I've got my own assets? Because a woman marries across and up. She doesn't marry down. for good reason, as I explained before. So the men that these strong, independent women are looking for have wealth. He doesn't need her wealth, her money, whatever she brings in. He just wants someone young to be able to have children easily. Like I say, if you meet a woman when she's 35, by the time you get to know each other properly and marry, 38, and then you want 3 kids, how are you going to do that? You can't. So in a way, I understand the concern because in the West, children having kids is not as important as in more traditional societies.
Yeah.
It's all must. You get married, you have kids. If you don't have kids. If you don't get married, then you don't have kids.
Yeah, there's some dramatic reduction.
Dramatic reduction.
Yeah. And apparently a lot of nations are actually going backwards in population because of it.
Yeah, because of it. I guess.
And they're starting to promote now having kids, and they're offering financial incentives.
Like I told you, in China, they're harassing single people for not getting married.
And before, they used to kick the door down if you had an extra child too many.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Well, it was pretty horrific.
Harsh. And now they're harassing people not having kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially men.
You think they would figure it out, right? Wouldn't you?
You can't go. You go through one extreme, so people are to the other, and people are so used to it. How can you expect them to quickly shift the other way?
It's like what? Yeah, it's really crazy.
So, look, if you're dating with marriage in mind the second time around, for those the one who try again, you really have to think. Intention over convenience. I mean, you're now just not dating. You're building the next chapter in your life, aren't you? So like for David, if he's gone through playing the field after divorce now, you have to really think about carefully. And so you've really got to set clear boundaries and goals. So I don't know if he said it with his second woman. Has he?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. From the sounds of it, I don't think he has really thought of it. He's just winging it. And I have a feeling same thing will happen again because he hasn't put as much thought.
Well, you never know. You're lucky in a big city.
Yeah. So what he needs to do is come to me for a reading. Compatibility.
Read your book.
Analysis. And look.
But the readings are great.
Yeah, they're great because they can't lie. The other people can't lie.
Well, they can. You just give the wrong date of birth.
But the thing is, they'd have no way of knowing that wrong day of birth they're given. It would be a match.
You've just got an answer for everything.
Don't you? So they can't. So.
Oh, hang on. Let me just check. No, I'll just check. I'll change the. Can I make an amendment to that date? No, you can't. You're stuck with it.
You're stuck with it. So.
And you can't memorize. You can't memorize for all these different dates because it's relation to the other person. You say, oh no, there's a good birthday. I'll keep that. I'll stick with that one. But that might be great for one person, but for another person, might be totally terrible.
Yeah.
And there's no real way of knowing until you do it.
You can't. Another issue is about children when you're dating with marriage in mind. Should you involve your children when it's appropriate? Like I had, instances where you ask the children, oh, what do you think of this date or whatever, versus protecting them from your new dating. Like some of your children might feel hurt and they just want mummy and daddy to be together.
Yep.
Because that's their mummy and daddy. Yeah, and you understand from their point of view. Yeah. And you know what? This is about looking for legacy, not just what's next. If you're dating with marriage in mind, And don't forget when you are dating with marriage in mind to embrace what you now value. I mean, respect, like lessons you've learned from your divorce, your first lot. Respect, stability, and compatibility over novelty. And I encourage, especially the men, to not to overlook the boring woman. I mean, you overlooked them in the first instance. That's why you got a nasty divorce. These marriage material women, they're deemed boring because simply marriage material women, they don't go out clubbing, do they? You wouldn't want your wife to be that.
No.
And so you wouldn't find her at a club, meet her at a club.
Yeah.
So she's boring there, unexciting. She's not always glammed up. So she looks plain.
Yeah.
But you don't want your wife to be constantly worried herself with that, do you? So that's the type of work.
It's
She's
like
more,
war paint.
Yeah.
Like makeup's like war paint.
Yeah.
And in fact, for the most part, well, but I don't know about everybody, but for me, it just seems like it makes women look like clownish.
No. Some women.
Sometimes it's done well. It's
done
classy.
well, it's
it looks
classy.
all right, but it's not over things. But otherwise, it looks like.
But some women actually look better not glammed up than is. And a great example, a recent example I can share is Erica Kirk, the widow of David Kirk.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie Kirk, sorry, of Charlie Kirk. And I've seen her full glammed up. She doesn't look that attractive, but I saw her without the makeup. She actually looks a little better. It's not suited to everyone.
Yeah.
Like I can say, even through the camera lens, like normally a camera lens just washes every makeup off. But for her, she still looks full. I can imagine what she looks like if you're standing next to her in real life.
Yeah.
And that's it. The Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And now, dating after divorce. So, what you do is, look. People need to think about. I mean, I've heard of some stories like you started dating again too soon. Here's what I learned. I mean, a lot of times, people are not quite ready, and then jump into the dating market. I don't know. Maybe they don't have a clear intention in their mind whether or not they're just having fun or looking for a relationship.
And usually parents or whatever, those we look up to bring such wisdom to our lives are usually pretty vacant on this subject matter.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Sort of thought, though, you know how in America or whatever, you get them lawyers that chase after car accidents?
Oh, yeah.
Like the car what do they call
Ambulance
them?
chasers.
Ambulance chasers. Has anybody ever come up with divorce chasers? You could stand outside the church and hand out your business card and say, look, keep this on your fridge. In 5 years, give me a call.
Give me a call. But yeah, if people jump in too soon, either they're not over all the issues and they bring the resentment and the thing to their new relationship. And I guess in their mind, because they haven't dealt with it, they're not ready. I mean, they kind of like can take it out on the new partner. Do you know what I mean? Like, the resentment.
Yeah, they dump it. You dump it. You dump your stuff.
And they might even accuse the new partner of doing things that their ex did.
And you know what else? A lot of people watch soap operas or TV shows or something, get imbrued in with that, get that becomes imbued into their being, like they want to act out that comic character.
Yeah.
Almost. And then they start bringing issues into relationships, trying to enact it, looking for a drama. Perhaps because most people are,
full of dramas.
Full of dramas. And, so we've got to be, what's relationships supposed to be based upon fundamentally? It's having good fun with someone, having a good time, being happy.
Yes,
being happy.
Depending how deep you want to go. I guess the marriage is far more than that. Just having fun. You have to.
But the fundamental principle, the underlying things, you've got to have happiness. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be happy with the other person. Yeah, and it's sad when people take out the issues on the new partner.
Yeah. Well, that's because they're unresolved issues.
Yeah, and unresolved. And in that case, you're not ready yet.
You're not ready yet.
Don't. Yeah. At best, go have fun, have something casual.
Yeah.
But.
Well, that's why probably they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
But if that's the case, then
the other
person doesn't know.
Doesn't
expecting
know.
A relationship.
Yeah.
So it's only be fair, be upfront and honest. Unless it's with someone very young. Some in their 20s, because it doesn't matter. They've got more time. They've got the time.
They've got the time.
They've got the time. So
and less baggage, perhaps.
And it's really what's really going to be sad is if they take it out and play someone, especially a woman in her 30s, doesn't have time.
Yeah.
He's just wasted her time.
Yeah.
Not only that.
She was a last hope type of thing, a last hurrah.
Hurrah. And he's just ruined it.
And he's
ruined her
it.
time.
Yeah. And he had no intention or whatever. And that happens a lot.
And that happens a lot. And not only that, you're not going to
and
just
largely is, you know why? Men don't realize that because they never feel it. They don't feel it. There's no time constraint on a man. It doesn't care less.
A lot of men actually laugh at that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so desperate.
Yeah,
and you see the desperation, they run away.
Yeah,
Yeah. For that. And it is a very sad situation. Yeah, do not go there.
Yeah.
And say the woman might look extremely hot in her 30s, but don't choose her just for her looks and hang around her just for looks and having fun. Because you're ruining her time, taking that away from her. And if you do, especially being divorced, not only you're going to receive a flack from your ex, but this other woman that you've done that to. That can't be good. You know, years later she'll look back. I missed out on a chance of having a family and kids because of that guy. You wasted my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And that is, and also look, the second time around, some people when they say that, look, I found someone who matched my values but not my vibe. So there again, the look is looking at superficial, and the person that matches their value could be the boring marriage material woman. But because there's no excitement, and I guess people are not satisfied with not having the excitement element. But what does that serve, really? Because over time, when the relationship, the excitement wears off anyway.
Yeah.
And what type of vibe are you
that's
thinking
right.
about?
Yeah. Which initially attracts, actually soon repels. It becomes familiar, and you don't see it as something spectacular anymore. Perhaps it's drooped a bit, it's dropped down a bit. As things go south.
As they go south, south. And you know what? And divorced singles, you have to really think about how to navigate kids, exes, and also serious
divide
dating.
the assets, divide the money.
Yeah, and also think about you're ready for serious dating and all that. I mean, this is what I want divorced people to think about that are in the market again. Is that write down things that you will not compromise this time, and one thing that you will invest in from day one. So that's probably something that David should be thinking about.
Yeah.
So really think about what he did wrong, or what he was lacking before, and then really think about it this time. Okay?
Well, usually if you notice it, it's not what they did; it's the other person did wrong.
Yeah, that's also what the other person did wrong.
For the most part,
they did not cook. They didn't say. They spent all my money. I did not care about how helping me build the house. Was off in his situation, having a hair and a nails done. So did you check for it this time? Now that you complained about your ex not doing it, did you check with this new person you're with? Doesn't do that?
Next time you'll come with a checklist and tick them off.
Yeah.
Tick all the boxes off.
I say, look, we're coming towards the end of the show.
Already?
Yeah. And look, we've covered this very important subject though, because divorce is so common now, and there's so many people that divorced singles out there in the market trying to date again, and so forth. So this subject is something that needs to be addressed. It's quite serious, because having been burnt once, you do not want to go through that again. Yeah.
Let's send divorce lawyers broke.
Let's send divorce lawyers broke. Now, hopefully you've learned from last time. You choose more wisely. Really think about what it is you need.
Prenups.
Are you expected to go sour again?
No, I mean...
That's why I guess a lot of people choose people with the same level of assets as they are. So prenups, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing.
Yeah.
They're marrying to their status of.
But yeah, it always makes the thing is that the women date across and up, men date across and down. Like I say, with good reason. Okay, and normally, like I say, clear case in China, men do not necessarily want a woman with assets.
Yeah,
so they choose
just
for
asses.
that. So they choose for that, and because of that, I get Then they want a prenup. If they want a prenup, well, if you're chosen the woman that's capable, you wouldn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But most often, capable people do not end up with another capable person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In many instances,
In instances,
one person can do it all.
Yeah.
And the other person gets a free ride.
Free ride, like the men. Often they're far more capable men than there are women. That is the truth. So,
but not according to the woman.
No, the women. I'll explain why they don't come together, because the men obviously, like, he doesn't need the woman with assets, the capable woman. He just wants someone young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't choose a capable woman. A woman that's capable, well, she gets passed over, like in China, because she's normally older.
Yeah.
So it's hard for her to meet a capable man as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, men don't think about looking for a capable woman.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Capable
a woman,
man.
Even a rich man will marry a waitress or whatever.
Or a waitress, or former Miss Universe or someone like that.
Yeah.
Because they just think that they just need a trophy, something pretty on their arm.
Yeah.
But that's not a fulfilling. Like I was saying, okay, we went through quite a bit today. I mean, because look,
and it feels like there's still more to do.
There's still a lot more to do. I mean, like, look, dating after divorce brings unique challenges. It does, with baggage. You've got more often men might have been burnt financially. They don't have much assets now. All the assets are gone.
They're gone. And who? What does he do after that? How can he start off again?
Especially if he's paying for child support.
Oh, that's it. For a long time.
So it's very difficult. I mean, imagine if you go into a relationship with someone that still has to pay everything that go into child support and has nothing now.
And he's got like $300 left for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and so it's very difficult.
So he's only going to have about $300 a week for the next 10 years for himself.
Yeah.
And then he's got to pay all the other expenses out of that. He's basically, he can't live anywhere. Most men end up living in their car.
Yeah. And so how can you go into another relationship? I mean,
you can't, you can't.
And also
it's almost like a death sentence in that in that regards.
Because and you understand
why.
You
can do flings and a few things here, but there's there's nobody, because every woman wants some stability. And if she's got to give it to an old ex-wife, all these...
It's unfair on her. It is unfair on the other person to have to basically pull the weight.
So what happens there? That most women will just ignore that person once he's divorced.
Once he's divorced, look, women are far more understanding than men when these things. But she'll probably depending on her age level as well. Look, if she is in her late 30s, she'll probably try to grit her teeth and bear it.
Yeah.
And help him out. She understands the situation, because most women understand, men should support their children. That's the thing. But with a resentment, but then it also forms an issue if she wants to have a child. Well, then she'll have to fund the child herself.
Yeah.
Because all of his money is going to his ex's kids.
Yeah. And then so she's got another person to head upon.
Or or you've got then if they do have children, there's blended families and different priorities. Okay, yours and ours, and then it's another bit of jealousy as whose kids are put in priorities.
Yeah,
your kids with your ex or our children now.
Yeah.
So very very difficult. So there's also trust issues as well, and there's different priorities. I mean, if married someone that doesn't have children, wants to have children, whereas that person might be so over it because they've been burnt with all this divorce, with or the splitting up of the divorce. what's putting on the kids, or maybe the ex has taken him to the cleaners. So he's then having to have kids again and go through all that. So that's a bit of moment. So you can understand. And so what I'll say is my final thoughts on the matter is divorce isn't the end of your story, really. It's a chapter of the story. You know, your next relationship can be richer, deeper, and more intentional if you enter it healed, hopeful, and aware. This time, aim for the best, not just better. And I'm not talking about externally, because that might have been the reason you stuffed up the first time. It was based on the superficial. That's why you chose the person that you did, and just based on the feelings of the moment. And so thanks for coming in, Bluey, so much. And I'm going to close with Miss Dragonfly.
Well, I feel a little bit smarter about the subject matter after it. I thought, whoa, it's a worry.
And this is the Relationship Whisperer. Let's make marriage great again, one thoughtful chapter at a time. And don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page. I have 2 Facebook pages, Miss Dragonfly and Make Marriage Great Again. Please follow both if you can, but at least follow one. And
what about your free book?
My book, yes, talking about all this divorce and divorced people, and for those going back into the market, don't forget to download your free copy of my book, Your Complete Partner: How to Choose the Right Partner for Love and Marriage for a Lifetime. So you get it right the second time.
I might have to read it twice.
Yeah. Okay, and if there's any topic you'd like me to cover, then feel free to leave it on my Facebook page. And if I can cover it, then I certainly will. Okay, so I guess that's it. And thanks again for coming in. So
and thank you for 2GLFFM 89.3 live from the studio. And okay, and don't forget to tune in same time next week. And until then, it's bye for now. Bye.